I can't believe it's more content.
It's in the same aspect of the Asian community entertainment because they have Jackie Chan, Jet Li, Lucy Liu. I'm not really well versed in the identifying them. But when the Latino community, you have the same old like Antonio Banderas, George Lopez, you have Jennifer Lopez, Zoe Saldana, who I love. Who else is there? You have John Leguizamo, who's the man also. He's doing a lot lately. Javier Bardem. But what I'm trying to get at is there's no...
Who did we say the actor that could play me in a film?
Luis Guzman?
No, not him. But we do have him.
Luis Guzman, I love Luis Guzman. Who can play you? Oh, Michael Pena.
Yeah, him.
Michael Pena is the man too, and he's kind of in the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
And also the guy that he was in Hostel. I think he's in a new TV show. He was also in Suicide Squad.
The last few Latina-led films I could think of is like that stupid How to Be a Latin Lover movie.
I didn't see it.
I didn't see it either because I found it super disrespectful. It's like super stereotypical. It's like a black person starring like how to play basketball, like something like that. Like it's like okay, I mean, Spanish people are supposed to be like these exotic lovers who just like passionately just take you away from your boring husband or something like that.
Also, like, and I guess in like the superhero films, like it's always like the Spanish people or like of course like Spanish or African American who play the gangster roles.
Yeah. Yeah, man. It's crazy how we still haven't gotten out of that pigeonhole. Mm-hmm. So there's that movie. There's that movie, is it Colombiana with Zoe Saldana?
Yeah, but that's her.
It's her. I mean, but it's still, she's leading the film.
But that's still, I mean, it was a great movie. But like,
yeah.
she's leading the film. Yeah.
That was years ago.
Right.
It was years ago. And it's like, I've rarely seen like up-and-comers actually. That's why I name these names because they're they're older in the game. Mm-hmm. There's like not a lot of prospects in terms of like
at least that we're aware of
the community. At least that we're aware of. Yeah, the only people I could is very like Gina Rodriguez, mm-hmm. The dude that plays in 13 Reasons. I forgot his name. Yeah. Tony, the Spanish kid who's like the mysterious dude that knows how Hannah died and stuff like that. And then we have our fearless leader, Lin-Manuel Miranda, who's like...
Well, I'm really proud of him, actually.
I mean, I think we all are.
No, of course. Like, he just got his star on the Walk of Fame.
You told me that. Well, I was like astounded. I couldn't believe it.
That's definitely a big step. And
yeah.
I really hope he uses that like and invites actors like us like in that doorway,
I really, especially with the In the Heights movie, like I hope
which I'm still waiting to hear from.
Which Jamie's still waiting to hear from, but I really just want him to cast no-name people. Like I want him to give people opportunities that otherwise, oh my god, my eyes look crazy.
I mean that's why the nationwide search happened.
Right.
So he could give people like us opportunities. Of course he's not going to cast like everyone like who they don't know. Like, he's going to cast people with
right.
a high rank.
I mean, they already have like Rita Moreno, who's a very established Puerto Rican actress. They have the Anthony, what's his name?
Anthony Ramos, who's is
in
also
Hamilton.
He was in Hamilton, is also up and becoming.
Mm-hmm. But just the fact that he has a nationwide search for those critically acclaimed, award-winning Broadway show, mm-hmm. touring at that matter, for all Latino cast is just who like. I feel like, I mean, certain other directors like Spike Lee does it, like he does like open casting calls like nationwide. But I think like
this is a big stepping stone for us.
It is a big stepping stone, and it's a step in the right direction because a lot of entertainers and actors that are already there, they act like they want to be open to more representation, mm-hmm. and like more of open, diverse community in the entertainment industry, but they're really not. It's just like a farce. Mm-hmm. but I feel like he's doing the right thing by doing something like this, like getting like the little people that might have never been seen that have a dream, and maybe giving them a shot. Who knows? I'm super appreciative that that he's doing it, and that Marvel's doing the first Asian-led superhero film. I don't want to sound hateful at all. I don't want to sound oppressive, because I'm very proud of how far we've come in the terms of diversity and ethnicities and castings, everything like that.
Right.
However, it can't just be Lin-Manuel Miranda being the leader of everybody.
Right.
Especially in America, when we have a melting pot of so many different cultures, there has to be more leaders. There has to be more of us, more upcomers. More people more actors with potential, more creators with potential. There's me, there's you, there's all of the friends we have that are Latinos, Latinas, light skin, dark skin, middle skin, everything like that. And that's why I have stuff like this, like the podcast, led by two Latino men, two leading men.
And I have to say real quick that we should definitely have more Afro-Latino representation as well.
You need to have more of everything, I feel responsible in order to like kind of lead a movement, and that's why we both do this podcast. But that's why I wanted to start this, and I wanted to start my group of the visionaries. I just wanted to start more things that involve and just give more people the opportunity of our culture, all cultures together. But I feel like there's so many Latinos, Latinas that are younger and want to do what we do, but are afraid to because they're not the same complexion. They're not the same. They don't look the same. They don't have the same. They didn't grow up the same. They didn't have the same childhood. They can't identify with what they see.
Right.
There's so many kids that see like Thor. They see like Keanu Reeves or somebody, and they're like, wow, he's such a badass. Like, I want to be just like him. And there was kids. I mean, I was like that as a kid. But if my dad would say like, that's a Puerto Rican man. He's Puerto Rican. He's just like you. He grew up in the Bronx. He grew up with nothing, just like me. And now I'm giving you something better. You can't really identify like that with Captain America. You can't identify that with more American icons. We can, but to a certain extent.
Yeah.
And we don't feel like that level of, I guess, motivation, or that level of like looking up to someone as we would like young people like have with Lin-Manuel, who's like kind of leading this like new era of things. And all I'm saying is that we also deserve a shot. I think we've been waiting in line alone, with everybody else.
I think now, like Hollywood, they need a new group of people.
Yeah.
We mean, we grew up with the people that are there now, but now a new wave needs to happen.
Yeah.
A new wave.
New wave, man. And I mean, I think it's happening.
It's happening. Not fast enough, but it's happening.
Not fast enough, but it's happening. But I mean, you have to take a look at the evolution now.
Right.
We have these Ryan Coogler directed films, these Apollo Creed, Michael B. Jordan, Chadwick Boseman, Idris Elba led films, which is fucking phenomenal. And we get a different spice, a different culture, a different ethnicity, different faces, and a different outlook on life and perspectives on life itself. But we're also still waiting for our turn, it feels like.
You're right.
And I think we just need to be able to mesh it more in there, to have it all together, and everybody gets a shot. Because it still feels like wait your turn, not like come, like be a part of it. It's not like a unified movement. It's just like
that's
wait.
that's how I felt with the nationwide search for the Heights. Like, oh, come.
Yeah.
Sure, not like, oh, well, maybe.
Yeah. It still feels like wait your turn. Like it's like you're a little kid and you're passing over the controller. And it's like, when is it gonna be my turn? It's like we're still making still making all this stuff.
Understood.
You Hispanics wait. Yeah. And it's even worse that we have a president who's so ignorant that he doesn't care about the people in our country struggling and mixes us all together and thinks tacos are the best cuisine we have to offer. It's crazy. It's a crazy world we live in.